Alright guys, so this is day 2, so we're at the cabin. The road last night looked like they groomed a little bit, so there was a bunch of trails that were pretty good. Yesterday morning was kind of rough, so in the morning and in the afternoon, but we rode about 70 miles last night. So here's all the sleds. There's Mr. Paste. Hi Paste.
What's going on?
There's Smokey. Mr. Parker. Man, it just keeps snowing here. It's amazing. Alright, we're gonna ride, looks like we're probably gonna ride the Moose River Plains today, and we'll take some more video then. See ya. Okay, so the first thing we did this morning was gas up at the gas station in Old Forge. Now we're headed out of town on Trail 5. As we're going here, right in a second you're going to see our buddy Dennis ride by, and then we decided to stop and say hello. We're riding on Trail 5 and it's a little better. You know, they did some grooming last night and it's a little bit hit or miss on the trails. It's really busy and they get beat up pretty quick, but sometimes you'll find a trail that not many people have been on and it's not too bad. So today I'm riding with Paisteboy and Gary, and here we're on Trail 5 and there's some slower people in front of us. Paisteboy made me nervous right here. He started to pass him and it was kind of going uphill there. I talked to him a little about it. He said that he could still see and he was going to cut in if somebody was coming. So I like to just look for an open spot and just gun it and get by people. I do love Trail 5. This spot of the Trail 5 is real nice and wide. You can see really well. It's got some nice long sloping curves and you can really move on it. It's a lot of fun. Another nice trail. This is Trail 6. They had just groomed it not too long ago and it was nice and smooth. Here there's a nice tight little turn here and I know exactly where it is and you got to slow down and make sure no one's coming. And actually there is somebody in front of me, so I kind of decided to get on the gas a little bit, get by this guy because it's kind of opens up here. Just couldn't resist because the trail was so nice. It was a lot of fun. this trail, we do a little more riding around town, and then we decide there's just too much traffic and it's too bumpy, so we're going to head towards Moose River Plains. So we decide to head towards the lake, and we go across the lakes to get to Inlet. Okay, the reason why we paused here is because we read an online story about a homeowner that basically is using a bubbler to keep the water from freezing in front of his boathouse. So if you look at this boathouse up here on the right, I'm actually going to pause the video here, and I'm going to show you what it looked like 1 week ago. This is what it looked like. You can see all the way across this channel here that basically there's no ice, and I've heard a lot of sleds have gone through. So fortunately we knew about it. It's since froze over, but I know it's still thin ice, so we were just being careful here. I just wanted to show you that. That's the exit of Third Lake. Here we are basically on a road section between Third and Fourth Lake, so you got to take the road here a little bit. You go down to, I think it's I almost want to say it's a state park, and then you're able to jump on Fourth Lake. So here we're going across Fourth Lake, and sometimes you just never know what it's going to be like, because sometimes you're going across the lake and there was slush and guys went through it and exposed the slush, and then the slush turned into basically like concrete. So, but here's a nice little stretch here. Looks like it was worn down path and got a nice little kind of a trail across the lake. Here I get a little excited and decide, hey, what the heck, I'm just going to get on a little bit. Actually got the sled up to, well, the speedometer set 105. So we get across the lake here and we head to Inlet, and then we go on to Moose River Plains. Alright, so today it's just myself, Paisteboy, and Gary. Parker and Zook are back at the cabin. I actually think they went out to breakfast this morning, but we wanted to ride. So right now we're halfway to the ranger station on the Moose River Plains. First part wasn't too bad. The second section was a little rough, so we actually decided to turn around. We're about halfway there. So let's check in with the boys here. Oh, look at them. There's Paisteboy in action. Here's Gary's new sled. Hey, this is behind the scenes of Paisteboy Productions.
That's right.
So
What do you think, Paste? You having a good time?
Yes.
It's not too bad.
Last night was a bit rough because I couldn't see and everything, but so far today, other than the the stuff that's bumpy, which you can't do anything about,
right?
I think the trails are pretty good.
So in town, we found a few of them that were groomed. There's definitely a lot of people that in that old Forge, but I think we had a pretty good time. Rode 20, 30 miles there, so now we're might turn around. We're on our way to Indian Lake. So sled running good?
Yeah.
Okay.
No issues at all, but I'm hearing a little thing, and I'm wondering if my clutch needs some maintenance.
All right, so you can see this is a pretty big intersection here. There's always a lot of guys parked here, a lot of noise, a lot of sleds. All right, so we'll check in a little bit and let you know what you're doing, but what a great day. It's cold. It's probably about 10 degrees, nice and sunny. So really nice. Visibility's pretty good, so we're having a good time. So catch you in a few.
So we decided to turn around as we got closer to Indian Lake. It got rougher, so we decided to turn around and we decided to head to 7th Lake. And we found just after this, we found a very tight one-lane trail through the woods, and it turned out it was about a half hour through the woods. I've never been on the trail, and boy, I wouldn't want to take it again. My battery actually died, so I don't have any video of it, but just after this, we struggled getting through there. So right here, I decided to cut the audio because there was so much wind noise, you can't even hear what I'm saying. But we basically ended up at the 7th Lake State Boat Launch. And like I said, we went through this really narrow trail through the woods, and we had to pass other sleds. It was only one sled wide, and it was really difficult. It was really slow, and it was hard to get through, and don't really want to go on that trail again, but I'll pick up the audio here in a second.
So we're right here at this is the state boat launch for 7th Lake. Just gorgeous out there. Trying to figure out exactly the best way. We're deciding if we want to go out on the lake right now, but I don't know. Paisteboy, what'd you think of that trail? That sums it up, I think. I said that was the longest shortcut we've ever taken.
So again, the audio here was really bad, so I decided to cut it out. But basically, we're talking about whether we should go across the lake or not. There was hardly any sleds out there, any tracks, and really didn't want to be the first people to go across. We ended up going that way and getting back to Inlet, and it was definitely a little bit slushy, but it was okay.
All right. The boys texted.
What'd they say? Okay, so we're going to try to figure out how to get back to Inlet. We'll catch you soon. See ya. All right, we're all loaded up and we're going to head home. So overall, it's a real good trip. Had a lot of fun. So I rode with Gary and Paisteboy today. We rode about 200 miles total. Zook rode with Parker.
We did maybe 30, 40.
Yeah.
But he's right. She needs to be ridden hard, dude, and she rides hard.
So we had a good time. Nobody broke. Nobody hit anything. Nobody crashed. We did see a sled on the side of the trail last night. We rode last night, a few of us.
Brand new.
Like a brand new Rev, and the arms were like snapped in half. Ski just hanging there, and the sled was just sitting there. So I tried to tell my son that, be careful.
He don't
'cause,
listen.
yeah, he doesn't listen too well. So, anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.